Hi guys, welcome to our full blood moon in Sagittarius lunar eclipse. There is a lot going on and we are going to move through this today and hopefully ground and integrate this amazing energy that's coming in right now. This energy is here to facilitate change, okay? Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire changes its element, right? It just like immediately, explosively even. So if you're feeling that type of energy right now, notice if your fire stuff is really churned up. So if you've been frustrated, angry, not as patient, judgmental of yourself, you know, just in a very forceful way, just notice where that is lying in your energetic field. Where is that showing up for you? And then just know, hey, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be working on this month, and give yourself kindness and love as you learn how to shift these parts of yourself that are ready to be transformed. Let's begin to move. We're going to start a little fiery and then watery for our moon, and then bring it down and ground this energy. I'll meet you on your mats. Starting standing at the top of your mat, hands down by the sides, relax your shoulders, lift up and lock up that belly. Let's start to fire up this core here. As you ground through the feet, pick up all 10 toes, rest them back down to the mat, and then draw awareness to the tip top of the head. Align here, relax. How do I feel in this moment? Where do I feel? Getting in tune with yourself. And then maybe not setting an intention for this practice, but just going with the flow. Whatever shows up, love it, address it, let it flow if it's ready to go, right? Take a big inhale, sweep your hands to the sky, lift up, open up, expand through your heart, and then exhale, fold, empty out the breath. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, inhale, rise up tall, mountain reach, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, empty the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, rise, tall mountain. You can always use props to this practice, guys. Exhale, fold. You can always modify anything that I give you. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Listen to your body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain. Separate the feet a little bit wider than mat distance apart. I'm going to face you. We're just going to start to use a little bit of breath work as we fire up our core. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Excuse me, I apologize. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. And you can go slower than me or faster than me here. Moving with your breath, we're focusing on the obliques here. So really pulling in, but also locking up through the low belly. Keep the knees nice and soft. The neck is nice and soft. And you're, again, moving with your breath. Relax your jaw, your shoulders, hips. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, relax. Next, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Inhale, sweeps the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feel the vibration. Maybe it's between the palms, the shoulders, the neck, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root. Maybe it's all the way up through the crown, all the way down through the feet. Notice the energy. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, we're pushing all of that energy down through our feet. One more time, big full breath in. Exhale, push that energy down through the feet. Inhale, sweeps your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, empty breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Find your way to plank or modified plank. We're going to roll through those turbo dog flows. So hips bend, knees bend, hips press back, melt chest. Inhale, lift the hips high.
We're going to roll forward all the way to that plank, and then I'll show you the modified version. You press back, child's pose, downward facing dog. Really think water, bringing water and fire into this body, into this moment. How does it feel to go with the flow here? Are you worried about how it looks? Stay strong through those shoulders. Last and final round of breath here. And we'll land back in this downward facing dog. Slowly, like we're walking, we're going to pick up the right foot, turn it in towards the center of us, so our knee's going to go to the left, and both feet start to twist. Then you're going to pick up the left, twist to the right. Pick up the right, twist to the left. Pick up the left, twist to the right. Now have a little bit of fun with it. Just play with the movement here. Right? There's no judgment for what it looks like. Last little breath, just moving your body in a new way. Come back to center. Soften the knees. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain. Hands reach, heart lifts. Exhale, hands through heart center down to those hip bones. Hold on. Shift your weight over to that right leg. Begin to lift the left foot off of the mat. Stay lengthened out of that right hip. Back through center, bend the knees, pulling through the belly. Shift, left foot lifts. Slowly coming back down. We'll go a little higher. Lift. Bend the knees, shift, and lift. Bend the knees, shift. This time left knee pulls up, stork. Bend the knees, shift, pull up through that belly, lift. Bend, maybe the arms lift. Bend. Exhale. Maybe it goes bigger. Right? It can be that very first version or even bigger than what I'm doing right now. This is your practice, be in your body, right? There's nothing wrong with the way you want to move. Let it feel good. Let go of what you can let go of. This is your final round here. Coming back into that forward fold. Let the hands go, the head go. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk your way back out to that plank. Pause here. Side plank, right hand down, left hand to the sky. A little bit of fire in this practice. Modified version is right knee down to the ground, and you take whatever feels good today. Maybe you're going a little bit bigger, lifting that left leg to the sky. Exhale is going to bring our top hand down. Slowly lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale brings us forward. Cobra, lift your belly, press your feet. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale rolls us forward, high plank again, building that fire, side plank. You choose again your variation that's right on this side. It may be different than the first side. Continue to push into that left hand, lift up through your side body. Your exhale, top hand comes down, knees, chest, chin as we lower, scoop belly to the spine. Finding that back bend, lock that belly up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Big full breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee, stack to open the hips. Inhale back to 3-point. Exhale, runner's lunge, foot between the hands. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Spin the back foot flat. Bring the arms out and open, relax shoulders. Inhale, star, toes out, heels in. Exhale, have a seat for goddess. So let's lift up through the belly, open up through those hips, scoop the hips under and open. Lift up through that heart, arms open up, squeeze shoulders. 2 more breaths here. Lift the arches of the feet. Inhale up for star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Shift your feet parallel the short edges of your mat. Drop your head down, let it be super heavy here. Finding a little bit of movement, we're gonna start to turn our toes out. Walk our hands to the right as we bend the right knee, left leg straightens. Walk our hands to the left and straighten, right? So we're gonna slowly go through this movement, just like we did with those balancing postures. So this isn't about forcing your way into an uncomfortable space. This is about inviting the muscles to open with each round. And maybe you're going slower than me. Maybe you're going faster than me. Remember, this is your practice. Your body is telling you a story right now, so tap into it. So for instance, when I go onto this side, I feel it up here. And when I go onto this side, I feel it down here. So that's showing me a little bit of an imbalance. So I'm being mindful not to push past those sensations. Right knee and toes are in the same direction, or whatever leg is bent, same direction here. Keeping that safe alignment. And you can start to go no hands if you want to go no hands, and playing with a little bit of fluid movement there. Notice where the tension starts to land. Mine likes to creep up into my neck. Apparently this is where I think my core is. Tap back into that core strength, letting go of wherever your tension is landing. Last round of breath here. Whoo, this is getting intense. Breathe into that resistance. We're going to come to the top of your mat, lizard lunge, heel toe that foot to the right, hands on the inside, heart and eyes reach forward. Pausing in this stillness, let's ground that energy, all that movement, press hands down into the earth, lift up to the crown of the head. Feel all the sensations in the body. Right, check in, make sure that nothing is above that 6.5 on the sensation scale, right? You should still be able to breathe, relax your neck, your jaw, and just keep pushing that energy down into the ground. And it's not necessarily that we're getting rid of all this beautiful energy. We're grounding it into this present moment. I like to think, when we are grounded, our roots are connected down into the earth, and that's where we're pushing all this energy down, so that we can really begin to utilize all the gifts that it's giving us. Slowly come back up into your hands if you have folded here. Let's come back into a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Take a moment to just notice, again, how do I feel? Where do I feel? Maybe there's a subtle sense of vibration over the whole body. Whatever it is, give it your attention for a moment with love, not judgment. And then as you're ready, we'll find our way back to a downward facing dog. Take your time. As you're ready, we'll inhale, left leg to the sky, 3-point. Again, taking a bend in this knee to stack and open the hips. Shoulders stay nice and square to the earth. We're lengthening out in all directions. Nothing is crunching or compensating here. Coming back into that 3-point, we'll exhale, runner's lunge, foot between the hands. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. Coming up into that star, toes out, heels in. Exhale, have a seat for goddess. So this, we might need to scoot our feet in a little bit closer this first round. You're gonna start to sink into those hips, right? And then we're gonna shift over, lift up high into the ball of that left foot. Come back through center. Shift over, lift up high into the ball of the right foot. So we'll start to make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna bring my feet a little closer. Bend and shift. Maybe start to lift that foot. Woo! Bend and shift. I haven't done this one in a while. I like it. Coming back through center, guys. Embrace those wobbles and shift. Bend and shift. Think about locking up the lowest part of your belly and then squeeze up through the inner thighs. There it is. I have to talk myself through it. Engage that belly. Lift up through the pelvic floor and the core. Yes. Down and up. Down and up. Last round, guys. And up. Down and up. We'll come back through center. Find that star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Let all of it go. So you've got your feet facing parallel to the short edges of your mat. Head and neck just release here. You got 3 breaths. Get super soft. Gently releasing any holes that you have. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, rotate, lizard lunge, top of your mat. Heel toe that foot over, hands on the inside, back knee down if you like. Stay lifted and lengthened here as long as you can. We're relaxing down through the shoulders, expanding out through the heart space, lifting the belly, softening the hips. Notice that energy. Pushing that energy down into the ground. Last few moments here. If you're feeling any shaking or trembling, it's just trapped energy moving. As long as you're in that safe space where you can comfortably breathe between that 5.5 to 6.5 sensation threshold, you're in a great space for your nervous system, for your muscles, for your energetic system. Come back and put your hands if you folded. Malasana Yogi squat. So engage up through those higher thighs, the pelvic floor, as you shift your weight forward. Hands or no hands here. Lift the belly, lengthen the crown. You can stay still, or maybe you find a little bit of fluidity in this Malasana. You can play with shifting. Last little bit of water for this practice. Yeah, you can play with moving side to side. Last little bit here. You can walk your hands forward. Coming back to center, and then we'll make our way onto our bums. Easy seated position. Oh, I should just stay this way. We're going to take a couple of seated twists here. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right side of you. Left hand comes towards that knee. Right hand reaches behind you. And if you can, begin to look over the neck. No forcing here. Breathing into this space. Coming back through center, inhale, arms up.
And then exhale over to the other side, same thing. Notice the sensations that are showing up. Inhale brings us back through center. Finding your way into a seated forward fold or a child's pose. So if you want to keep working on hips, you can head into that child's pose. I'm going to move into a seated forward fold so I can get a little bit of my hamstrings, but we're calming down the nervous system, really grounding our energy so it's whatever feels best in this moment. You don't want to be in a struggle space. I'm definitely going to support myself with some blocks here. And then start to ground this energy. As you find your place to land, maybe the palms are up to the sky. To surrender, maybe the palms are down if you feel a lot of energy still shifting through the body in those vibrations or tingles. The back of the neck, it's really soft here. And just allow yourself to be. You're not doing anything in this moment, just be. Notice your breath. Notice the weight of your arms. Relaxing all the muscles in the face. Let go. In this moment, you are safe. You are supported by yourself. Last 3 breaths here, releasing any and all tension that you can. And there's no judgment with what you cannot. Inhale starts to bring you back up nice and tall. Take your time however you get there. If you're in that child's pose, we're just making our way onto our backs. So transition however you need to. All right, when you find your way onto your backs, guys, give yourself a little hug here. Pull those knees in, release the low back. Then find your way towards Shavasana. So if you'd like legs up the wall, that would be wonderful for this full moon. You can also just land on your mat with any props, any modifications. However you land though, take a deep full breath in. Expand out through the body. Hold that breath at the top. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, let it go. Just take the next few moments to really let the nervous system shut down, to allow the body and the mind to heal, but most importantly, to allow that energy to really integrate, knowing that the path will be clear for you on what you're ready to transform. There's no need to force or figure it out. Enjoy this rest. Shavasana. Slowly beginning to come back to your breath. Deepening the inhales and the exhales. Finding movement in the body, noticing how you feel as you begin to wake up. And then when you're ready, begin to make your way into an easy seated position. Hands to heart center, forehead towards the fingertips. You can even bring the hands to the heart if you like. Just taking a moment, a final moment of this practice to check in with yourself. How do I truly feel in this moment? Physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. The more you practice this awareness, the easier you'll move through life. You'll be able to give your body, your mind, your soul exactly what it needs without any judgment. Bring the hands up to the forehead. Finding gratitude for each other, for this practice, for this breath. Namaste, friends. Namaste, guys. I hope you enjoyed this practice today. Please drink a lot of water. Be kind to yourself and others as we move through this incredibly intense energy. We have a couple of Zoom classes this week. Check it out. We also have some new merchandise, which hopefully will be up on the website very soon. As you can see, I got my new Love the Shit Out of Yourself shirt on here. If you ever want to donate for these classes or join any of the live Zoom classes, head over to catharmonyoga.com. I am getting better at the Zoom, so thank you all for being so patient with me as I learn all these things, all these technical things. Other than that, enjoy this day, enjoy this life.